Good evening, race fans. If you're watching this, you must be a race fan because it's a Thursday night in America and it is the HPL YouTube channel. And we are here for the Cup Series Thursday nights. We are at Homestead tonight, and little treat, we're driving the 2020 cars. I'm joined in the booth by Xfinity Racer, well, two Xfinity racers actually. They raced last night. Electric Days and small NASCAR fan, drivers of the 20 and the zero car last night. Welcome, guys. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Feeling good about this race. It's gonna be a little challenging switching. For these Cup cars to be these Cup drivers to be driving 2022 and switching back to 2020. Kind of a little mix of what happens in real life. So doing pretty good.
How about you, small NASCAR fan?
I'm doing pretty fine. I'm very interested to see how the difference in the 2022 cars and 2020 cars will pay off in this race. Well, mainly just switching back to 2020. So, yeah.
Right. So if you're listening, obviously, we're not driving 2022 cars tonight like we did last week at Daytona. We are doing the 2020 cars. This is the final season. So we are expecting a new console game for NASCAR fans to come out in August or September of this year. So this is the final NASCAR Heat 5 season. So in order to do it kind of a special way, the admins here at the Hennessy Performance League have decided that we're going to drive both Cup Series throughout the season. And in the first 2 weeks, we're getting the first race for each. So last week, 2022 cars at Daytona in the draft today. Another big oval, 1.5 miles around at Homestead, former NASCAR championship race. And if you are a player of this game, if you are a fan of NASCAR in general and understand, more technical aspects, this is a loose race. This is a fast racetrack. It is a loose racetrack, especially off turns 2 and 4,
Yeah.
and honestly, especially turn 4.
It's also a loose race. It's also a loose race car. The 2020 cars are looser than the
Mhm.
2022 cars, so some drivers may say that it brings more talent. But definitely these cars are on edge, so it's really gonna be interesting to see, and especially with the bump off of two, I think it is, yeah, the bump off of turn two can catch people out if you're running the outside. So very interesting to see how that will play out.
Right, good point. And I'll get Electric's view on this because, as much as we will complain about this game and its physics and what have yous, a lot of the tracks are very accurately done. Some not as much, but some very well done. And Homestead is one of those that is generally a fan favorite, a competitor's favorite. Electric, like tell us a little bit about Homestead, in your experience here.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I've raced here and dealt with this track was the last Xfinity series season. So this track is it got multiple lanes, multiple grooves you can run. You can run all the way high where Kyle Larson was running. You can run all the way to the bottom. But I'm for sure multiple people or a lot of people in this race are going to use the high line more than the low lane, or we're just going to see a mix. People in the middle, low, high.
Mm,
It's all up to them.
yeah.
And what else we possibly going to see is just a lot of moving people out of the way. That's going to happen. Slow cars are going to fall to the back. Fast cars are going to start moving up to the front. The draft means a lot here also because the draft is also low. So slow cars going to have to be moved to the back as fast as possible so the more faster cars can get up there and keep the draft. And people going to get pissed off, some people not. It's just how racing is, beating and banging.
And, as a viewer, hopefully everybody at home is going to be able to see, but there are guys who are fast, but they're fast because they're able to run what we call qualifying laps where they just don't have any competition. And there's guys who are fast because they know how to maneuver through traffic. And this is one of those racetracks where just being fast isn't going to be enough. You're going to have to be a guy who can, get through traffic, get around cars, and maybe get past and have to pass them back. We're going to see some fuel mileage. Tires are going to be an issue at some point here tonight. So there's a lot of things that can happen. And like you heard Electric say, multiple lanes, one of the few tracks that we can have passing in either lane, especially based on a driver's talent and comfort level getting into these corners. We're going to see a wide array of driving styles here at Homestead.
Yeah. The bottom is probably the faster lane. Some may say the middle, but you can definitely run the outside and still be fast. It's mainly just whatever you feel comfortable with, as you said.
Especially as the
However,
tires wear and stuff
yeah, and
as well.
especially as the tires wear. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I got you. You know
Well,
what? I
that's
pick it up. My fault, Brent, right there, but I'll pick it up for you. Here at Homestead, we have YB on pole. We also have 134 laps of pure entertainment and pure laughs and giggles throughout all of this race. And it's 2 times wear with stages and relaxed cautions. Yes, we do manuals too. And also King Mufasa, a very unusual, very unusual person up there in the front. That's a little good though, in that 42. Him and YB will be starting off the top two also.
Yeah. I want to add something on to the King Mufasa point there. I've raced with King Mufasa a lot, and especially over the last couple of months. And Homestead does seem to be one of his better tracks. I would also be interested to see how he does at Vegas, but he should be running up at the front here, and he might be my pick to win the race, to be honest.
Well, I'll even add as a mid to backpack driver as I've been in this league. Um, Homestead is one of my stronger tracks as well, and this is a place, it does take a driver to manipulate these corners, to get down the straightaways, to have the right momentum.
We can
I did
also
want to
join.
ask you though, Electric and Small NASCAR, before we get too far into this race,
We can also
what's
join.
your report after last night, and do you think we'll see anything similar or different than we did last night?
We can join the race, Brink.
Oh,
But
okay,
go
let's
ahead,
go.
Small.
Um, well, I think it's gonna be completely different, to be honest. We may see a couple like caution too. I think Auto Club is a lot more draft dependent track. Homestead is still a little bit draft dependent, but Auto Club's way more draft dependent, and you can use less lanes there. So it, we'll probably see less chaotic stuff happening, but I think we still may see a little bit of cautions.
Here we go.
All right, I'm loading in.
And we already gonna
Cars are
start
coming to
off.
the start. They just hit the line, and like you said, there's pole sitter YB Beta. He was driving that 36 car last night, was he not? For
Yes, he was.
SHR?
Yes, he was.
Right, and he had a pretty good showing at Auto Club. And here he is leading the pack here at Homestead as they get out of turn number 2 for the first time down this back straightaway. That's the number 17 of Fistbuster. Somebody who in the exhibition race I had a good side-by-side battle with. This guy has some talent here as well, was able to run bottom and top back in that race. And here he is before the end of one lap. He's already taken over the lead after starting third.
Yeah, this will be lap one. This is my teammate. I've ran with him, and especially in Vegas in the exhibition race. Me and him worked together a lot to try to get up to Chibi and Joker, but he's probably gonna be a big threat to win this race.
SHR Captain Jackson has moved up the field as well into third place in that number 4 car. He's passing his teammate, one of his drivers in the YB Beta.
Yep. And I also want to say, you got to remember, Fishbuster used to, I think they all these people in, the top 3 used to be on teams. Well, these cars look totally similar to everybody that used to be on the same team, so that's why I said that. But yeah, Fishbuster doing really good right now. These cars are getting really loose, so that's why you see everybody, jerking down to the left side of the, track. So, Fishbuster
Yeah.
doing pretty good, and see what I said about multiple lanes. They're being ran with that 9 car of Tiger. He said he didn't have a really good car to start it off, but I guess he must have lied. I guess he lied, because he's running the high line pretty smoothly.
There's a move for the lead. SHR has gotten 3 of their cars into the top 5, as you see the 14 and Chibi the Champ get up there. He's now underneath his team owner, pushing his teammate YB Beta into the lead. Jackson gets off the wall in turn number 2, and all handling issues already for the SHR owner.
I want to point out 2 things. We talked about YB, we talked about Jackson, but we didn't talk about Chibi, who can probably easily win this race. He's creeped his way kind of through the field. I didn't exactly get to see where he started, but he kind of quietly got his way through the field, and he's already being a threat to lead laps.
Hendrick over Riley is just behind him.
Now, one thing I want to point out that can cause wrecks, because we have a bump off of turn 2, as we mentioned, if you get squeezed into that bump, you can easily spin into someone else and cause a huge wreck. So that's why we're seeing some people give space.
Oh, we got a guy loose. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why we're seeing people give space to people on the outside, at least off the exit of the corner, not wanting to force the issue.
The two of LBR got, sorry, Simona, but he got loose off of turn 4, almost went down pit road. But now the field is splitting up into 2 large packs. That put him in front of the second pack. Yeah. But I'd say the top 12 to 13 cars is leading that first group now.
Yeah. The one thing I like with these Gen 6 cars is, as the tires wear, and we're already starting to see it, and we'll see it more as the day goes on, and in other Gen 6 first, is when the tires wear, the field starts getting more split up. The car starts driving worse and worse and worse.
More contact as Jackson and the 10 get, the two teammates fight off each other.
But yeah, as I was saying, that's when we really start to see the good drivers show up and really make a big play.
Electric, I'm watching E-Slayer, who was moving up to the top 5, dropped back to about 8. Now he's back into the top 5 as he's pushing the 4 car down low in turn number 1.
Yeah, I was flipping through the whole field because I seen Joker make a 3 wide pass, and there he goes. He bumped somebody. Oh, watch out for that one car. Speaking of Joker, he got loose, and I know he's probably a little pissed at that. He made his way up through that backpack of that field, and it's just, that was a little, little hesitation, but best drivers always find a way how to get that car somewhere up in the top 10.
Yeah, they also minimized the mistake. The guy's still in the same group of cars here. Fire Slayer running that low side here in 5th place as your leader is still YB Beta with his teammate just behind him. More trouble off of turn 2 as the 21 got put up into the wall.
Yeah, that's what happens. If you get too high, the bump is there and the wall is there. So, yeah, be careful of that.
That's the Penske owner, Shake and Bake. That's Fire Slayer's captain.
And look right there, 3 wide for 3rd place right there. This is what I don't like sometimes, And I understand the arguments between these drivers when this happens, because this happened at Auto Club and we've seen it multiple times. You do not want to battle when you have the front 2 cars and they're pulling away. You all need to go single file, so then you can catch up to the front 2. You can never let them get ahead by a lot.
My question here is, I'm watching Fistbuster, who's driving fast. He drives for RFK. Where's the rest of RFK? Where's Heredia? Where's the 38? Where's Speed Racer? Tail end of this pack.
Yeah, tail end of the pack, but I don't know if Heredia's racing.
Yeah, Heredia probably is not racing, but Kluga is also in the second pack too. Yeah, Heredia is not here.
Eric's boost in the 11 is off the pace, by the way, tail end of the field.
Yeah.
Fashion's driving the 19. He's a little off the pace down low in that second group. I'm trying to find the 6.
He's not here.
Not here.
Oh, so Heredia's not even in the race.
Nope. So they're missing one driver. Missing one driver, and that driver is really good here. Remember the last time we seen, YB, Chibi, Joker, Heredia all fighting for, Cup Championship. Last time we seen them here, I think Chibi won his championship here because of a sin from Joker or somebody. It's like vivid memories. I remember he won his championship.
Somebody we talked about at the top of the show was King Mufasa, who started on the front row. And he's back into 5th place. The top 5 now have gotten together in a line and starting to pull away. Yeah. But as I say that, the 14 gets out of the line.
One thing I do have to point out with the top 5 is the top 3 are SHR cars, so they're all probably working together. At least it was the top 10.
Yeah, well then Jackson got loose off of 4, and so did Mufasa. Yeah. Now that first pack of 5 is back to a pack of 12 cars.
And this is what happens here at Homestead. drivers, they have to show what are their capabilities here at this track. You get loose off turn 4 and turn 2 almost every single time. There's a glitch in the middle of the turn to where you get extremely loose and fall way down to the bottom of the racetrack. So you have to figure out how can you work this car to put in your adjustments in stage 2.
And anybody who's watched Days of Thunder or enough NASCAR knows if you're loose, you're fast. But if you're loose, you're on the edge, out of control. And we've seen a number of cars, especially off of turn 2, get real wiggly, get real squirrely. I've watched the 4 car do it off almost every corner. So he's obviously running a very loose setup here.
Yeah, one thing I do have to put out in concern about these SHR cars. They may be like in, and that's a really good thing. You might be like, why would you be concerned? It's because they're showing a lot of short run pace, but not necessarily long run pace. We're already seeing the 4 get loose. And we know usually teammates kind of run around the same setup, so what's going to happen with the 10 and 4?
We didn't make our picks, but I'm actually just watching the first 10 or so laps here. I think I'm picking Fistbuster. I'm picking the 17 to win tonight's race.
Yeah, I still stay with the 42.
For me, I will pick. Oh man, there's a lot of drivers that's here that are fast, but I'm pick that 10. Pick the leader right now. I'm gonna pick the 10.
Oh, why be better? Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna pick that 10.
All right.
Yeah.
We have a lap car coming up. That is Kaluka, by the way. And the 3 is coming out of the pits.
Yep. And
so some early pit stops.
Yep.
Again, they're probably gonna have to pit in stage 1, so some of these guys might be pitting early just to get it out of the way.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
it's like a 2-tire stop, I'm pretty sure, but they do have to.
It looks like the 3 might have got damage. That damage might not be there anymore. The game does glitch out and show damage that isn't there, which is fixed.
Yeah, and he is
That
really.
just tells me that he did get damage at one point.
Oh, that 9.
Wow, yeah.
The 4 was really low controlling off of 4. Oh, the 3 with the new tires.
Well, it looked like the 40. It looked like Riley in the 48 had to give some space because they were coming up on the 3 and didn't have as much room to get loose like he maybe did laps prior.
That 3 is going to look like Superman with those new tires compared to all these guys kind of nosing new tires, just trying to get to when they pit.
Yeah, say that, there he goes, making him over in second place.
Yeah, and I also want to say that they are 21 laps into stage 1. Actually, 21 laps to go, and they have, and I'm looking on Fire Slayer's screen, he has 13 laps of fuel.
Oh, Jackson cuts off Fistbuster. Got loose again.
Fine, mostly. Yeah, he's going to get in
17 was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So,
he survives.
Yeah, so what I would like to say is they have to pit somewhere around, you might see them pit around lap 10 more laps, not 10, but 5, 6 more laps to go. Yeah, I'm about to say 10, but not like 5 or 6 more laps. They would
probably not soon enough for some of these
guys.
From
10 to 5 to go, and that's usually what they should do.
The 14
we were all talking about, but we were all talking about the chaos that was ensuing. The 3 went 3 wide on the outside and passed the leader, so.
He's gaining time, so when everybody pits, we'll see where the 3 ends up. I don't know if we're going to back or not.
Yeah, that's also.
You also have the car that you pit with up ahead of him.
That's kind of what I was saying before, how the SHR cars are doing good, but they might have short on cars. We're already seeing Riley and King Mufasa start to pick them off. Firestay on the outside.
Oh, Riley! Oh, he's pitting. Yeah, he stayed all the way down there.
Like
there he goes.
That was a weird break loose if he did.
Is he pitting or is he not?
Oh,
like in the wall. In the wall is Fire Slayer. He got damaged too. Oh, that sucks.
Mufasa has already moved his way up to second, taking advantage of the struggles of the SHR cars.
It looks like they're about to pit and then they don't. So it's just the effect of how loose the cars is. So people might be confused, but it's just. Yeah, that's just how it is.
But all of them are still together. This first pack is still together. Through all the wall slaps and car collisions, they're all still together.
We've lost a couple, but for the most part, it still stayed around like a 10-car pack, so
we did lose
very
Slayer.
interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, these guys are just trying to hold on until they can get into the pits, but you don't want to pit too early because then that might throw off your strategy. You can pit early if you want, take 4, but with the draft being pretty important here, I wouldn't do that. I usually would go and wait as long as you can and then take 2. So we're going to see them get loose for another 5 laps, maybe 10 laps or so. Yeah.
Jackson,
oh,
Logan's teammate.
lead.
Oh, that's King Mufasa, so they're both
King
in light blue
Mufasa.
cars.
King Mufasa making a lead, making a move for that
Sharp
lead right now.
is driving the 5 today.
Yes, he is.
That's a hot seat. The 88 dirt tracking is in the race. Dirt tracking drive the 5 over the 2022 cars, so that's slightly but
yeah.
Right. Looks like Tiger NASCAR is getting a little bit of a shaky exit off the corner as he got loose off of 4. Tail end of this pack now. Joker moving back up on the high side, and that's something else that when your car does get a little loose, sometimes that high side now becomes the better line for you.
Yeah, oh, the 22.
Real squirrely.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's Vexy.
Yeah, but sometimes the outside can just work better because if your car is loose, you're turning less on the outside, so maybe that can help. But you do have to watch out for getting loose off the corner. I feel like it's more, it happens more on the outside, depending on how high you get up to the wall off the exit.
Right.
Whoa.
I'm starting to think these guys are about to pit. I mean, if I'm a driver in any of those cars, I can't wait to pit right now. They all look loose.
Yeah. Some may can't wait till they pit. I'm pretty sure that's almost everyone, but some may like this. Some may, I sometimes like battling my car. It can be fun if it's not too loose.
So you don't become a boxer because you like getting punched in the face. You become a boxer because you think you can take it better than most. And that's the kind of thing I see here. The 17 loose into Riley. But he survives. But as I was saying, you're a guy who thinks that you can handle a really loose race car. But as you see, it's not easy.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. But if you can do it, it can be you can have a really big advantage. Like, if you can start just with a looser car and if you're able to handle it, you can just be faster naturally. So,
the driver of that one car looks like he definitely has a long run car, as he was in the tail end of the lead pack for most of this stage, and now here he is coming up through the middle of it as he makes a move below the 17, coming up behind the 42 of King Mufasa into 4th.
Yep.
You just kind of have to creep your way up to the fields. You don't have to necessarily go up there and lead every lap, but if you're just able to be patient, pick one car off at a time, just like Joker's been doing, he's got already up to the top 5 because of that, so...
We're also getting a little draft off of that 3 car because he pit, and now the tires are starting to even out. But now some guys are signaling, looks like the 10, the 48, the 1 are all going to pit this time.
Very interesting for some to stay out. I like staying out longer personally, but some may not. So.
Should be the champ's going to stay out, so only one SHR car comes down, the other 2 will stay out.
Yep. There's now kind of 2 packs that have broken off. There's the front 3, and then there's 4th through 6th. So very interesting.
I fully imagine once these blue flag stops are done, we're going to see everybody strung out. Here's the 18 Captain Dead.
I can't tell if King Mufasa is going to pit here. Everyone else around him signaled the pit, but he didn't. So.
And unless you have the stream up, if you can help us out with laps.
It's Vexy. Those 2 are going to the top 2 now. 88 So the leader is King Mufasa with It's Vexy in 2nd right now.
There is 9 laps to go. Yep, 9 laps to go left in this stage. So I'm gonna wait until everything, circles back around because I'm for sure Fire Slayer is about to pit soon. So waiting for everything, circle back out. There you go.
Here he comes down now. The leader's on pit road, King Mufasa, but it's sexy. He stays out and he takes over the lead.
Yep.
one reason they may be able to do this, go longer, and I tend to do sometimes, is when you're driving in a pack, sometimes if I'm not leading or so, I like to save my stuff. Sometimes that can require saving fuel, as now we see him signal, but he probably was saving a tiny bit of fuel so he can go longer. Sometimes you don't want to pit with the whole field, sometimes you want to pit by yourself, so the only thing you can blame if you speed is yourself.
Fire Slayer also pit that time down. So I think the 14 is going to be the leader when it's all said and done.
He almost hit the wall though off of 4.
The 14, the 10, the 1, and the 17 would be your top 4 when everything cycles out. There you go, past Fire Slayer. King Mufasa is on the exit lane. We'll see how they catch up to him.
Yeah, he should join in this pack, which is big, very big, because he's got fresher tires. Oh, he may join out ahead of them. Yeah, he will.
He does, yeah.
Good strategy.
He could by himself. Must have had a really good entry. And he's going to maintain the lead, at least for now.
I mean, sometimes you can get a better entry because you're not trying to avoid cars or worry about sending someone to speed. You can just kind of have your pit entry at your own pace. Don't have to worry about anyone else. So.
And now these guys mostly have their setups in. So now the cars are probably handling a little different. And just as I say that, Jackson gets real loose off turn 2. And he's on fresh tires. So he's definitely driving a very loose race car. Struggling a little bit here and there.
These guys are also probably on 2.
Right. Absolutely. They could be on 2 tires.
So the balance is a little set off. So interesting.
I would like to say something too. That 22 car is also in the lead. After that pit stop. No, he did.
Oh.
I'm for sure he did.
He did.
He didn't?
I think, no, he did.
Yeah, he did. I was about to say, yeah, I'm for sure he
did.
Vexy is the leader. Yeah, Vexy is the leader right now.
With him staying out longer, I'm assuming it was because he didn't have to take as much fuel.
It's fuel or tires. He had to take 2 tires or none. Because that's the same thing for Fire Slayer, because he took none.
I've also raced with Vexy a decent amount over the last year or so, and me and him always like to kind of break off and do our own strategies. Sometimes they require saving tires, sometimes they require saving fuel, so I'm not surprised him on a completely different strategy compared to everyone else, but I like it. He's gotten himself the lead because of it, and yeah.
Race for second place as the 4 car, or the 10 car is now back into second. Chippy the Champ's going to follow, going third is going to take Mufasa back into 4th. Fifth place right now is Fistbuster getting challenged by Joker.
He also lagged, I think, the 42 car did, because Joker just magically juked back, but Chibi is really, really loose as that 42 goes to the hot line.
How many laps to go on the stage?
About to check when they, come right back around the track. That 42 car is loose. Because now he's starting to lose position. I thought
one thing I have to point out. One thing I have to point out is the fact that besides this pack here that we have with 7 cars or so, the whole field is pretty much spread out. If you go and scroll through everyone else,
Fistbuster not going down on the move. He's going to be in 3rd.
Yep.
Following Joker behind. So I'm going to assume Mufasa took no tires, and now it's catching up.
I think he just got better entry. Maybe he did. I don't fully know.
Riley, very patient, following his buddy Joker in the 1 car, not teammates. But 3 forwards leading the way, and that's something we're used to here at Homestead. Oh, we got a guy loose!
That's the 17. Also, I would like to say we are coming to 1 to go here for the end of the first stage. Vexy is going to win it by a landslide of, I think he took no tires, I'm for sure.
They are catching him, but they're not coming very, quick on him. But one more time around here for stage number 1. Assuming Vexy is going to be able to hold him off, although if you're watching, they are gaining a bit faster. But we have 2 teammates running 2nd and 3rd with YB and Chibi the Champ. 4th place now, a little distant after that slip up by Fistbuster. Chibi going to look high on his buddy here to go maybe into 2nd place, but I think we're going to have less of a challenge, and that's going to be the way we're going to finish stage number 1. It's Vexy, YB Bet, Chibi the Champ Joker and Riley. King Mufasa rounding out, or Fistbuster in 6th. King Mufasa in 7th.
It's actually picking up where he left off with the 500 win. Now he wins stage 1 in Homestead.
I mean, that's how you do it. You know, to beat the Super Speedway allegations of only being good at Super Speedway, that's how you beat them. Right there, you win stage 1 of Homestead.
Just around in the top 10, Tiger NASCAR was 8th, 9th was Sharp, and I think 10th was either Dirt Tracking or Fire Slayer.
Yeah, Fire Slayer was 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, this is what happens, you know. First stage ends, and now everybody putting in their setups, trying to figure out what they can do better with this car, and then you back out racing again. Dirt Tracking is the only one that is a lap down, and he will be a free pass. Yeah, he will be a free pass.
Yeah, the 3 got the lead. I don't
know if that 3 did not pit.
So did the 3 win?
No, the 3 did not pit. That's why.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
It's he gets down, but it usually doesn't affect him. It only affects everyone behind him.
It's Svexy leading the way. You got Wybetta in 2nd, Chippy Champion 3rd, Riley, then Joker in 5th.
Almost climbed the wall. That was a 12 that was like in the back. He almost hit the wall. He may have, I think, before we can see.
It's Svexy's going to take the high
that
line.
That 19 just sent somebody to heaven.
There's a guy, a white car, see in the back. Jimmy making big moves, getting loose off of 4. Here comes Joker charging on the high side.
Yeah, I thought
split it sexy.
I had a strong feeling. Go ahead, Dirt. Oh, go ahead, Brent.
I was gonna say the Jackson boys, that's it, your guys really wanted to get near each other.
Yeah, so my fault for cutting you off right there, but what I was about to say was I don't know where in the world that 10 car, that 14 car was gonna go. That 42 hit the wall, bouncing off, but I did not know where that 14 was about to go. I do not recommend sending it 3 wide. In the Homestead, you are not Joey Logano and Carl Edwards. Do not do that.
He thought better of it, trying to not wreck his teammate or anyone around him. Just, you don't want to make enemies.
Jackson trying to send it 3.
It looks like it's definitely a Ford show here. But there goes the 14 down low on his teammate. I don't know why we might have washed up a little bit too hard. Joker's now pushing behind. He's going to get to the high side. He's going to leave Chippy down low with very little draft. And there goes Joker. Is he going to push it 3 wide? No, he takes the low line behind the 14. That gives Riley almost a move below him.
Yeah.
This Spexy and Fistbuster have nothing doing on their outside.
Yeah, it's a Ford show with a couple Chevys sprinkled in.
Oh!
There goes Joker, who just avoided a little bit of lag. Moved out from behind Chippy in the nick of time.
I think that was just us. I ain't gonna lie. I think that was just us, but we're gonna let it go. We're gonna.
I'm wondering if Joker really wants the lead. I think he just wants to stay right there in the top 3.
Yeah, with so many Fords in this front pack, if you're like a Chevy driver, you want to just work with other Chevys at this point. Just
the 48! 48 and the one guy.
Only done about 5 laps.
There we go, Joker trying to make a bottom move. Yeah, you're not lying. It's only been 5 laps and people already, getting loose. That 17 said, Michael Jackson pull his pants right back down as he goes to the high line on Joker. What a move right there by that 17.
Yeah.
14 sticks up that kid. Fistbuster the draft into the corner as they follow that 10 car into the back straightaway. Joker stuck on the bottom line. There he goes back up behind the 17. No one really able to get something going to make some passes down low.
Yeah, again, something that we saw in stage 1 is kind of starting to happen. Maybe a little less egregious, I guess, but we're seeing 2 packs already starting to form. We saw it kind of form because of a car getting loose in stage 1, but now we're just seeing it off of just natural pace. So.
Yeah, I'm seeing Shake and Bake, and I think that's Fire Slayer behind him. It's the tail end of the lead pack. A couple guys in the wall back there. It looked like Sharp had to make some evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, one person I haven't really seen all race, but he's creeping his way up. We'll have 2 actually. Cody the Bear and the 41 car. They're kind of in the middle and back of this front pack here, but slowly creeping their way through the field.
Yeah, it's Tag, almost the 5th Beetle on the 4-car team with SA cars. 3 cars are up here. He's been in the back the whole time, but trying to make some moves to get up
Oh,
here.
he got
Oh, he
smacked
just
in the
got
wall by the
walled.
21. Oh, that, yeah. You said that, and you just gave him commentator curse. You just gotta
You
wonder,
are
man.
not clear, 21.
I'm about
He
to.
is not going to be happy about that.
I don't even know what to
God
say.
knows if we walked away with some damage. And, something I'll add about the damage, as we just mentioned it, that these cars will get looser. You have a little right side damage, a little rear end damage. It's really going to be worse on the
Oh,
head.
Joker hit
Oh,
Jackson
the
down the
Ford!
track.
Yeah.
He
Race
gets
on the
sent
headline
down.
and
They got was in
race
the
on
front
the
straightaway, or
tires.
might have died on that pit road wall. Chivy the champ, though, is now leading this race here with his teammate, probably asking for some fuel saving to get in the draft for a little while. Fistbuster and Joker rounding out the top 4.
Oh, yeah, let me also get a lap counter because he's coming to the line right now. They got 22 laps of fuel and 28 left in this stage. They'll come into 27. Everybody's in a straight line. And I lied. His Joker is starting to fly to God. Woo! Okay, all right, no, he's okay.
That was
3 wide with the 8 Cody the Bear in the middle.
That's his
And the
teammate.
Fistbuster's going to move way up the track.
That's a teammate. Oh, Fistbuster in the wall.
Fistbuster's into the wall.
4
Cody's in the
wide.
one's got no room
4
with Jackson
wide.
below. Riley almost making it 4 wide.
3 wide.
And the 17 hits the wall again. The 8, though, had almost nowhere to go. With those guys making moves below him.
The 8 got hooked by the 17, which ended up putting the 17 in the wall. He got the worst of it.
But we are okay. And, man,
never mind.
Jackson went up almost 2.5 lane exit
Oh,
the corner.
Riley.
Riley now did not get the exit he wanted. He's going to bounce off of the 8 car.
Oh, he's going to bounce it to the 42.
And now he's going to put the 42 up in the wall. King Mufasa's going to get out of the gas. That gives Fistbuster
They
the run.
gonna
It's
block
Spexy behind. Bunch it up behind him. That's Dank in the 51. Sharp in the 5. And Tiger NASCAR in the 9. All these guys trying to jockey for position.
I did not know Sharp was in the race, but he's probably starting to creep his way up to the field. Probably kind of doing that.
Yeah, this ain't
The top
good.
2 have already kind of snuck away. The top 5 have also kind of snuck away. That
But
pack
I
is
just can't
battling
stay in
really
line. They are
hard.
catching back up to him. It's Spexy. He's the only guy who's out of line. And then when we get to the straightaway, Dank with the guy. Finally tries to squeeze in a very Dank kind of move as we saw last
Dank
night.
in the wall! Dank,
Tried to clear himself and he missed the entrance and he's going to get washed up in front of the second pack. And my goodness, I'm surprised he's not around. He is around
And
now,
he's
backwards
around.
in turn 2.
Yeah. The two leaders and teammates side by side. I thought Chivy would cut YB more slack knowing their teammates, and it's still pretty early in the stage, but Chivy battling hard.
I'm not sure if it had anything to do with that accident, but the 22 was reported as lag on the radio. So I don't know if that had anything to do with what Dank went through, but they're reporting lag from the 22.
Yeah, that man was pushing. He was pushing coal, bricks, and Jesus, because I don't know what in the world he was about to do there. And
oh, another lag. It looked like out of the 5 car.
oh, and that's a wreck.
He's
He's
all the way
flying. He's
around.
flipping.
Giant lag wreck from Sharp.
Oh,
Yeah, the 41's in it, the 88's in it, the
We're going to have a manual yellow, not a game yellow.
Oh, at the line.
One
the
more
2
time
hit the
around. Cars are backwards in turns 3 and 4. I don't know what's going on with that 5 car.
Here we go. The 14 hits the 1. What can that 14 do? Then we go to 4. Makes a move against that 1. 3 wide.
Here comes Jackson and Joker down low. They have the run. Does Joker have it?
Joker
He
blocks
goes all
the
way up.
14.
Almost puts the 14 into the wall, but that's going to give Wide Beat Beta essentially this lead here at the yellow.
SH got 1-2, and the other one got almost put in the wall.
Cody the Bear is in the 8, and then Joker in the 1 for 3rd and 4th.
So we
Chevy
have
5th, Riley 6th.
What's funny is that we have CGR and SHR 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we got an HMS, and then we got SC, then we got SHR again. Then who else we have? I gotta scroll back. But go
Time to
ahead.
take a breather now
Tiger
of
NASCAR,
all
then
that
Fire Slayer. Then
chaos.
the three Penske guys are running right there at the middle of the top 10.
Yep.
Time to take a breather for us and the drivers.
And that 43, who's driving the 43? That is,
That's the
or is it
44.
44?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, that's
44.
Freedom. He's just outside the top 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
and
3 going by on that side. I
remember,
think he's a lot back.
he's also another CGR car coming from Xfinity, just hot seat, you know. I'm guessing for team points because the same thing Joker was going to do last race, which was yesterday. He was going to do that. Penny was not able to race.
So pit, we're still closed. They are under a manual yellow. Everybody's in the same party chat in the Discord. That's why they're able to do race control and do this. It's not easy to perform on this game, but
Yeah.
HPL is able to pull it off.
We've
try
been
our
doing manual
hardest.
cautions for since the game has come out, but it's
Planning
now
and
at this point
preparation, that's
basically
how.
it's basically now just a routine. Everyone's kind of got an understanding when they hear manual caution, they know what to do. Between most leagues, it doesn't really change much, so pretty
Pit
simple.
road open, we expect everybody to pit, even the 3-car.
Yep.
Had to get his lap back. I think everyone's on the lead lap now.
Everybody should be on the lead lap. That 3 should be good too. I mean, you gotta see, man. It's already you know, that was a good caution, you know, for people that needed it, because now it is a run through of just all stage 2. So we will run out stage 2. We're gonna have 30 laps of gas in these cup cars, and we will also have 20 or 9 coming to 19 to go to the line. But the 10 will beat out.
10's gonna win the race off pit road. Cody Bear, then the Joker.
Yeah, I think Sharp isn't in the race anymore. He was in the pits before they got him in there.
It looked like he was in a blackout situation, which unfortunately screwed over a lot of the field.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good driver in here, you know. Let me stop. But he was a good driver. Just lag, you know. That's all it was right there.
Yep.
Yeah, and if anybody doesn't know Sharp, he's a blue collar guy. He's a hard worker, and he's usually out on his ship. He's out from Mexico, and he does get good internet, but once in a while we see something like that happen. It's unfortunate for the guy, but we're happy he's involved, and hopefully he'll be back soon.
Yeah. One thing that Electric said when they were pitting was it was a good break for people that needed a break, and I think pretty much everyone needed a break at this point.
As you're watching on your screen, there's a choose zone at the line. So they're going to choose low or high. You see YB Bennett chose low. Cody the Bear chose the high side.
Yep, and I mean, I say manual cautions when it comes to this. I hate driving, you know, when it comes to manual cautions. The reason why is because this second place car, you have to time it. You have to time it. You don't know when that 10 car is going. You're not in the same party as him. This ain't Daytona. This is Homestead. You have to time this restart perfectly to make sure you and your teammate and everybody behind you don't start yelling at you in the voice chat saying you suck because you can't time a restart.
Yeah, one thing I usually do when it comes to timing restarts, I just don't pick second place. I always pick third place or whatever on the control lane. I go back green.
Green flag underway
And
here in
what did I
number
say?
2. And Cody the Bear, a little struggle on the get-go, but there goes Jackson to follow his teammate in the second. Riley's going to get third. It looks, and Cody will drop to at least 4.
There are 3 wide. Is that the 12? That may be the 21. I think that's the 21.
Oh, yeah, that's the 21. Yeah, that was the 21.
21's got more green.
There we go, that 3. Not that 3, but that 8.
Penske's running real close together in the middle of this pack, but SHR's running close together at the front of this pack.
Pretty much all the Penske cars look the same. I mean, they could all probably look the same if they wanted to, but.
I mean, it really shouldn't have any play here in the simulation of it, but Ford is always up front here at Homestead.
Oh, the 17 in the wall. He's going to fall back more behind the 2 and others, and that will be the tail end of this first pack, and then the second pack is right there.
Yeah. The 17 hasn't really lost track vision until now. Very interesting to see how he'll recover. One guy that has kind of lost track position worked his way back up there. That is King Mufasa. He's at the tail end of this first pack here. He's kind of worked his way back up.
And it almost feels like the more SHR leads this race, the less I'm inclined to believe they're going to be the victors. Because I think the rest of this field is kind of just, I think they're sandbagging a little bit, just not making moves to be in front. Because why lead the pack and use all of that extra gas?
One thing I do have to point out is the last stage will probably be a nice long run, one pit stop in the middle, and that's it. But one thing I think SHO has been saved from, and we've already kind of pointed this out and saw this, was they seem to have short run cuts. As the run goes on, they start getting more split up, other cars start getting in between them, and they start losing control of the race.
Speaking to which, the 10 just got loose off the corner, and that gave Jackson
Jackson gonna move up his teammate.
Wanted move.
That's going to give space for Joker. Send it a 3.
That's just because the 10 got loose, and like you said, here goes Joker, almost putting it 3 wide. Fire Slayer going to get behind him.
Oh, it's a tight squeeze.
Now Riley has no lane into the bottom.
Here
Joker's going to push
Eric.
the 4.
Here comes Eric.
Almost took the 48 with him.
Yeah, he did. That's his
and
best
the 42,
run.
the 4 cuts off the 42 who gets loose, almost, goes down into the 48.
Yup, and welcome. Yep, welcome to the second place position. Not first, but second place right now will be Cody the Bear, the big fat one. They love the car.
Driving that number 8 car.
Yeah.
That split up the SHR guys too, by the way.
We saw the 8. He started on the outside. He led the outside, but had a tailboat start. Able to work his way back up. Now he's looking for the lead on wide.
Oh, he's going.
Cody definitely is one of those guys who wants to take the league ahead, Electric.
Yeah, I know. He definitely is going to try to take that lead. I ain't know if I cut you off right there, but watch out for Jackson. He's going to make a move. He don't care about that 8 like that. He going to try to make a move once he finds a run. And I thought he was going to pull his pants down on the high line, but he gladly did it.
Outside of the top 3, I feel like they really just want to stay in the line here because they know they're coming to the end of stage 2. We just got out of a caution flag. The top 3 look like they're a little...
It kind of looks like Jackson doesn't really care about his teammates at points in this race, but
yeah,
I may be just over exaggerating, but he has done some interesting things.
I think some of it, most of that has been just him being loose. Same with Shimmy when he got loose. The 10, I said earlier, has handled the car the best out of the 3 SHR front runners.
Oh, that 4 goes up, down.
Gets, that time right there, Jackson got really loose.
The 10 is the only one I think that might have a really good shot at winning this race. We see Jackson, we see
But we've also seen, real quick, we've also seen the 10 in first place. And maybe Jackson is getting loose because he doesn't handle as well in the draft. If we reverse those 2, maybe it's they're each experiencing a different problem.
Oh, that 4 moving. That 4 moved that 8 car up.
But my counter to Blink is you're not always going to be in the lead. The only reason YB's been in the lead for so long is because he's had teammates behind him. What if Jackson gets into lead and doesn't have it?
Well, he just went into second, getting Cody the Bear.
No, he didn't.
King Mufasa's trying to follow.
Oh, his
They're
hands
not there yet. And Joker, unsure if he wants to push his teammate or make a move on his own. There goes Joker below Mufasa into turn number 1. He's going to follow Jackson and get himself into 4th place.
See, I understand all that, right? But, we ain't,
still behind his teammate.
After all that...
crash! Dang, I think that was into the inside wall.
They just seen God.
Game yellow is called. Yellow flag is out.
Don't know.
So
that may have been another wreck in the back also combined with that.
I just seen one car. I seen one car just shoot straight to the left, so I know.
It sounded like the 44 and the 51 got into it, and I heard an apology out of the 44.
Yeah, so I'm guessing, he killed the 51. Hope that driver is okay and is able to keep racing. Got the wind knocked out of him. the opposite of Ryan Priest right there. So right here, I think we should be coming. After the caution, we should be coming to 7 or 6 to go. By the time we get out of the caution, I will be talking about it.
One thing with the wreck was the fact that sometimes you can be racing so hard that you forget that there's a bump or a glitch off of 2 which can shoot cars loose. So you might be pinching someone and all of a sudden they just break loose and take you out.
Green flag is back out. SHR is
5 laps to go.
YB Beta. Jackson, 5 to go. You heard it right there.
They should fit
Cody the Bear in 3rd, Joker in
agenda.
4th. So 2 teams in the top 4 trying to work together, but maybe not as Joker goes low on his own guy trying to get into 3rd place. Jackson following his guy.
With Riley. Chibi's all the way on the outside trying to get some track position.
Fire Slayer also trying to make a move back there on the outside following Riley.
And that team was almost in the outside wall for whatever position that was.
Yep.
Oh, that's Chibi, not Fire Slayer.
Yeah. So I would also like to say, man, look at this. We got 4 laps to go, and you see Jackson. We don't know if he's exactly blocking.
Chibi down low.
Oh, Chibi flying to heaven. No, he's not.
Like
he's going
he
to
bounced
stay.
off the wall.
And he's flying back up into the field almost.
He's going to stay on Earth for now. And I think that 10 car, you know, I think that 4 might be blocking for his teammate. We don't know exactly. That 8 is not making any moves. He's going to let off a lot. His teammate's going to send it in. His name is always Joker. He always going to send you. So look forward to that, and also look forward
Joker
to see what his 8
right
did.
now is honest. Joker has
He
made
blocked
a
for his teammate
to stay behind his teammate because it looks like Joker has been, for the same reason as Jackson, blocking the rest of the field for Cody. I think Joker even making that move on the 42. He didn't pass the 8. He stayed behind him.
Why is that 8 hitting that wall? And the 8 hits the wall.
When Chibi got loose, he rejoined the track right in between the Team Yellow cars. I basically will call them Team Yellow from now on. Team Penske basically, but...
We are coming to 1 to go.
Oh, whoa.
One
Makes
more
a
time
move
around
low.
stage
Makes a
2.
move
This
high.
is for the points. Cody the Bear wants to make a move. Wait, we're going to hit 1 to go here, you said.
Hit 1 to go as he pulls his pants down. Oh, no, he don't. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
So one more time around.
Jackson's probably going to block for YB. YB might have this made.
Race manipulation.
Looking at that field. There goes Joker below Cody the Bear. Here comes Riley behind him. King Fassa and the 21 car of Shake and Bake. One car into the wall. Almost takes out a few ups. That's going to break it off, but YB Beta, no charge here up front. As Jackson's securely in second.
42. The 12, the 21 since the 42 didn't work. YB will win the stage after massive blocks from the 4.
Jackson's going to get second. Joker's going to get third. 4th goes to Riley. 5th, Cody the Bear. And then you'll have to help me out for 6 through 10.
Yeah, too close to the ball. At least I don't have anything to see, but it looks way too close for everyone basically behind
So
there.
that's 2 top 2s for SHR, 2 stage wins for YB
No,
Beta.
the 22 won the first
that's
stage.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah. Not for the pits,
What I've been what I said earlier was this has kind of been fitting into SHR's agenda. We saw this with the caution, which left it to 5 to go, right in their wheelhouse with the short run cars.
Right, and we had a long run, and that's what we're probably going to get here outside of maybe a yellow, but we've only had 2 yellows so far tonight.
Yeah. This should be a pretty straightforward one stop.
We could even get a yellow flag here and still would be a long run, one stop race. So, but stage 3 underway here in the Dixie Vodka 200 2020 Cup Cars HPL. That's what it's called, the Dixie Vodka 200.
No. I'm looking, and I understand what you said, but how in the world is Fistbuster in first place? That's what I wanted to say.
Pitch strategy or something.
Yes. Or he just
17 leading the way here.
Forgetting
and that's my pick.
Not hurt.
Yep, you're not
to
lying.
Be honest, if he did forget to pit, because they've only ran like 5 laps on those tires, they'll hurt him.
Here we go. Where that one gonna go?
Yeah,
It's gonna go low, all the way low. All the way low.
That shook up the front, and look at Joker now going for the lead.
21 up in the wall.
Jackson's got the high line. Joker's going to take the low line, and he's going to take the conservative route. Going to get behind, get some draft.
Oh, 9 cars. Oh, 17 in the wall.
Joker not pushing it, and yeah,
They are
Fistbuster, who might be on
fading out
some
behind.
slightly older tires, getting into the wall in the back straightaway.
Lightning McQueen is fading. Watch Jackson. What is Joker going to do here?
Why be
What
betting
move?
down the inside
contact.
of Cody? Those guys fighting for third. Why
Yep.
be betting now by himself?
Cody
Unfamiliar
running the
territory
YB.
for that 10 car.
Oh, he hit the 8 car also.
Oh, and he's going to hit Cody.
Oh, and the 8's going to hit the wall if he's not.
I mean, good news
Almost did.
just for
It's
Joker
really
and
wide.
Jackson as they're
It's
going to
just-
pull away from this.
Yep.
Riley's dropping down low with Shake and Bake just behind him.
The 8
Yeah,
car
when-
gets sent to
when-
heaven.
Yeah.
No, that's not
When you
Shake.
s-
That's the 22.
Yeah. When you see people start making mistakes ahead of you, you start to get really antsy, and you're like, so maybe I can do that. And that's when you start making your stats. When you
That's the.
start moving.
I'm sorry, Smallman. That was the 34. We haven't even talked about Kluka. And here he is now, bottom lane, getting through the top 10 below Chibi the Champ,
Yeah.
trying to follow Riley, but now he's down low on the straightaway. But
That eight hit
it's
that
all going to
wall.
go high.
41. So
And
that's,
now Kluka's got in line, securely in the top 10. Look at this guy.
Yeah, I was talking with Speed and Kluka before the race because I just wanted to see, give them some words of encouragement because I want to know okay. But they both were testing long onsets. I don't know if they went with long onsets.
That
but,
8
they
car
were testing
just
long
sent the
onsets,
10 to heaven 3
so,
wide by
okay.
Joker.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
10
those-
stays off the
those
wall,
cookies
but the
right in.
Chevy's now down low, and you're getting the 10 of the 4 hooked back up, not what the rest of these guys want to see.
Yep, there you go. Is he going to yank his pants down from the high line? What can the 10 do here?
And you're seeing the multiple lanes, the changing the
Oh,
lanes
what a
where you are in the
move!
corner
Yeah.
versus the straightaway. There goes Chibi now, almost
Chibi
4
trying to
wide.
force it.
Oh, Joker gets a brake check by the 10, and the 10 is going to check the bottom, but the 10
There's a
also
car in
gets
the
the
wall
bottom.
right there.
This
Ah!
looks like it's on purpose. Jackson is giving him back that lead. I'm making that
Joker
call now.
sends him.
Joker's trying to take
Oh,
advantage
my.
of it. It's going to put the 4 up.
Oh,
The 10 now
that's
gets into his
Joker.
teammate with Joker battling down low.
Joker.
Cody Tavares' teammate pushing. 4
Joker.
wide off of turn number 4. This
Joker.
isn't the last lap, not by a stretch, but Joker now gets into the lead for the first time tonight.
You're not lying.
Oh,
And I mean, you
still
gotta
full
understand.
rides.
I mean, you gotta understand that that one car, do not like that one. Do not like that. Do not like that one. Do not like that 10 car. Sends him up into that number 4 and told him, you know, we gonna take over this race, not SHR. And once again, SHR moving to the back.
Yeah, Jackson
And
was
he's
trying
trying,
to
it looks
be
like
nice
he's trying to
YB
pull
and
his teammate up, but he just can't risk the high side. There he goes, back down low. Wants to pull that 8 car back to his bumper. Knows he doesn't want to see a number of Fords on his rear end, but that looks like is what he's get. Should be the champ now making a move down below YB Beta, and he's going to try and make it. Oh, YB Beta gets loose and gets into his teammate. The top
Oh.
3 are going to start to break away here.
Wait, I forgot.
Jackson was trying to be nice to his teammate YB, but then Joker just said, "Nah, I don't
Oh,
care
the
about
20.
that."
I'm sorry, he got
22
loose.
lag.
Takes out the 12.
Caution.
Who takes out the 88. We're going to have a yellow of
Game
some
caution.
kind, I think, here.
Game caution, yup. And I would like
There
to
we
say
go.
this. Yeah, and I would also like to say this. We have 3 cars from 2 manufacturers that are in this top 6 right now. SHR versus CGR. I forgot the 42 was even on Joker's team. I completely forgot that.
But yeah,
So-
we haven't even really been talking about that.
Yeah,
yet, right?
look at that. You know, the 42, the 8, the 1, and the 10, 4, and 14. You know, and then it's just a mix of manufacturers behind it. And you just got to understand, this
So that
is
yellow
for the
by-
marbles.
But that yellow was brought out by the 22's lag, and he has
Yep.
been ordered to the rear of the field.
Yep.
Yep.
This
A
Check
lot
out the
cleaner though
51
than Xfinity
twice
so far,
now.
at least. A lot cleaner than Xfinity.
Here we go. Back to the lead we go. I'm gonna tell you the lap counter when he hits the line.
So Joker is your leader still after the pit stop. 22 dropping to the rear. Mufasa, his teammate in
Lagging
second.
a bit.
And Cody the Bear, his teammate in third. YB Beta in fourth. Should be the champ in fifth.
Yep, that
How many laps to go, Electric?
Oh, I didn't even look at that. So let's look.
That's okay. Get it the next time by.
41.
The RCR guys got to figure it out as Joker, their
41.
captain's now in the lead. Riley, another Chevy at least, is
The
trying
8
to
got
hit some
sent.
moves through the middle. Yeah, here comes the YB Beta and Chevy.
Running out.
But Penske now just behind him at Stick and Bake and the 34 Kluka, who's with RFK.
Yeah, the SHR cars starting to get really antsy. They don't have the track position like they've had pretty much all race. Now
Surprised to
trying
see
to work
Fire
together.
Slayer not further up the field.
And I mean,
he
oh,
got
2
bumped.
cars hit the wall.
Kluka.
That's Kluka. Kluka hits the wall and that 10, but it's just a mix
Oh,
around.
boy.
It is just a mix around.
The
And
41 came
42
down and almost
lagged. The 42
almost-
lagged, and that put the 34 in the wall. And the
Yeah.
21.
So the 42 is going to be, yep, he's getting called
Here
to
he
fall
goes.
back.
Tough break.
That
That
10
is so
side track.
painful just to let everyone by. I've done that a couple of times.
But that was his second call. You can't just have one guy go in the back on their second call. King Mufasa got called out again, so he had to go
Oh,
to the
Joker
back.
hits the wall. He's going to
Joker
block
did
his
slap
own
that
teammate.
wall.
You can't do that.
Oh.
You're messing up the momentum, buddy. There you
And
go,
that's
the
going to give
10.
YB
Yeah.
better the momentum into the corner, but then the 10 gets
got it.
contact with the 8.
Yeah.
And now all three SHR guys are now next to each other.
Yeah. Oh, look out. Here comes the 41.
Here we
It's
go. The 10
basically
making a
been-
big move.
Oh,
The
here
10.
comes YB better
What
making
a
an aggressive
move.
move to put it 3 wide. Joker gave the top. Cody gave the bottom.
Jackson trying to follow him through.
And the 8 is stuck in the middle. A tough exit off at 2.
The 41's starting to come through the field.
Here comes the
not come through
14.
the field. He's already there.
Here comes the 14.
Another
3 wide
3
per
wide
second.
again. Just reverse it. And Joker leads the entire
Will
fray.
YB get clear?
Here comes
he
Chibi.
Didn't get clear the 8 for a second, but
Here
he did
comes
get clear of his
Chibi.
teammate.
Get slow. Goes high angles. Pull your pants down. Yank them Jones. Where's the 14 going to go?
14's going to stay stuck high. After
got
Joker took the
clear.
bottom into the corner and maintained his speed,
Yes,
but
the
then the
one
14 and 10 are going to make some
Go
contact.
low.
You know, Riley,
High.
if you're not
again.
Riley also coming down here on the bottom, and if you're not SHR or on Joker's team, you're Riley.
Yep. You're right. This is not HMS. Riley. Oh, as the 9 gets sent down behind the apron. Speaking of, yo, who was that 43?
Jackson, what the 44?
Yo,
And
who's the
yeah,
44?
the 44 trying to make some moves to get up here. He's got Fire
Superman.
Slayer just behind him. It looks like that. Well, number 1, Joker's going to get some contact in the corner from Chivy the champ.
He's
Chibby's not
Door
there.
is shut on the high side.
Oh.
Chivy running a little conservative to set up for turn 3, but doesn't have the move as Joker maintains the
Oh, the
lead.
10 gets
He
moved
let
out of the way by the 8. Go ahead.
Chibi let Joker drive into the corner, tried to get the exit speed, but couldn't really get it. He only gained a tiny
Oh, the
bit
10
now with
moved the
drag.
8. Oh, the 14
He
says
picks
the
again.
1.
There goes Chivy down low. The 10's going to try to follow, but doesn't have the same momentum as Joker's going to get in between them. Trying to make a
Joker
move
tried to
down low
cross
off
over.
of turn number 2, but with no help behind him, he's going to have to settle to get right back
3
in line.
wide
Really?
behind 3.
It really looked like Joker kind of let Chibi by. Not really much of a fight. I mean,
Well, we are still on a fuel mileage game
Yep.
here, and I don't think that anybody wants to lead this entire stage.
So, go ahead. I was waiting for you. Go ahead. I was waiting for you. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
But you can't necessarily make it on fuel if you're safe. But what people are trying to do is put 10 safe so you can put Ladu and also, I mean, there's so
10
long
making a
ways to go.
move.
So you gotta
Chivy
kind of be
trying to
somewhat
break this
patient.
wrap, but he's going to give his buddy there, YB Beta, a chance to get underneath Joker and pull himself into second place. Now these guys can almost play a leapfrog if they get Jackson and Joker, and then they don't have to all lead the entire way.
51.
Yep. And I will also like to say there's 23 laps with fuel in these cars, or 24 or 22, with 33 laps to go. So there's still one pit stop need to be made, and that 4 car is about to see heaven.
Jackson
Yeah,
got real loose off of turn number 2. Bad
This is
news for
kind of-
SHR, as they could have used that third guy, but
This
here
is
goes
gonna
Cody
be-
the Bear on by.
Yeah, this is gonna be like the stages, where you go as long as you can, or pit early, but you usually go as long as you can, take 2, or you pit, and then you kind of split it halfway and take 4. Whatever
Never.
one you want to do.
Oh, the 17 is lagged out. So that is.
Oh, my
yeah,
pick is done.
Yeah, I did not notice that until I seen that 17 not in the field no more. The 17 has lagged out.
My picks are not doing too good. The 17 out of the race, the 42 had to drop back due to the leg.
And my pick is in second place. Trying to make a move to first.
Here's the thing. I'm going to pick Fire Slayer, but I'm guaranteeing you that he finishes in second or third.
So you're going to pick him for the win, but then say he's going to get second.
Because somebody like we just saw Spexy or like the 3 or Mufasa, like somebody's going to have like a better fuel strategy, and Slayer will just miss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if we're going to look at fuel strategy, I want to look mid-pack. That way can probably save and still get a lot of track.
He is tail end of this front pack, and I think he is doing all he can to save. He's on a wheel, so he already has that advantage to save tires and help save fuel.
He's in the lead pack, so he's not having to push like Kluka is to get back there. So.
Right, and Kluka's not really gaining on him, but he will make a move. As you see here, he's going to go high.
We'll push that 41. Help him out a little bit. That he hits that 3, hit a 3. Yeah, hits that 3.
But then someone's gonna screw it up for him. That's what I'm saying. That's why he won't win.
There you go. He's gonna get a drag down the straight and
get past that 3. Just like
you know what? If he lets the 3 go, they lose that front draft. He did the right thing. I'm gonna defend because look at what just happened. His little hindsight's 2020 here. But he stayed on the top lane.
Look at what. Oh, and the 48.
Oh, unfortunate for the lead Hendrick guy.
The 48 hit the wall, so that was very.
But now the 12 is going to want to push that 41 back up towards the 44 and just keep saving that little bit of fuel.
One guy, I don't know how we haven't mentioned him.
That 48 car,
he's not quietly got up to the front. He's been mid-pack to the kind of around like 10th place. Now he's in this lead draft somewhat, and in a good position to lose the car.
Yeah, after we had that contact, it gave the 34 and those guys a chance to catch up. Yep, now the 12 and the 41 have got to do some work to get back towards the 44.
There you go. They making that move.
In the meanwhile, Joker's got some moves here up front.
10 makes it up to the lead, passing that 14, and Joker is breaking up them SHR cars, you know. What in the world has been happening? I don't know. Since Heredia's not here, he would have been my pick to have a win, have a say in this or to win possibly. But he is not here, so it's just Joker versus SHR right here. And King Mufasa and his team has been able to slowly work up there, but King Mufasa's not there, so it's just 3 versus 2, and this is struggle for the 1 and the 8 having a battle with these guys.
King Mufasa was running up front, but now with having to drop back to the leg and then a couple people hitting the wall and losing draft, he's gained some positions, but he's mostly stayed right around the back. He's still somewhat in touch with the leaders, but he's also like a quarter of he's also like a whole corner.
Anybody who's watching, whether live with us right now or back on tape, put in the comments, who do you think is going to win here? We're almost halfway through stage 3. We've got a good idea of how these guys are running. We've talked about SHR having the short run cars. We saw Penske make some long run moves. Joker has been in the front 5 the entire race practically. Whoa. So what's your pick? Who do you think out there in YouTube land is going to win this race?
YouTube land.
Yeah, and I mean, people that going to rewatch this race, they know this. They know when they, and they know at the end of this time, you know, they have to. If you're watching this over, you gotta see what you did wrong. And if you're live with us right now, like Frank said, we don't really know who's gonna win this race because there's been a battle between 5 to 6 cars every time, and that 2 car is leading that second pack. We haven't seen him all day. He just hit the apron as soon as I talked about him. I'm so sorry, but I mean, yeah, there's been everybody up there. You know, 5 to 6 cars been up there, so we don't really know out of them who's gonna win.
About a lap ago, we had reports of very minor lag out of the 10 car. It was made aware. I don't know if that plays into the 2 lag rule, the 2 lag warning rule. It was very minor. I think it was just brought up for awareness.
Awareness, yeah.
It was The 2 hit the apron, and now the 41, he's going to lead that second pack.
Okay, and I mean, yeah, that 2 car starting to fall back, and that
I think
12.
he slapped the wall out of 4, got loose.
Yep, and that 4, not that 4, that 12 car. Sorry, what Brink was saying about that 12 car, fire. He's been doing pretty solid right now. He's doing pretty solid. In 7th place. He can't pass that 41, but do he choose to? No, not yet. You know, just not yet.
Yeah.
You have a will. You know what you're doing
48
there.
and 9 pit in.
And I think Fire Slayer's close enough that depending on when he's able to pit, I think he can still pass them on pit road essentially.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting because the field is.
Oh, the 12! As I say, he gets put into the wall.
I'm pretty sure he put himself in the wall.
Oh yeah, I thought the 44. I was looking from a different angle, but I thought the 44 tapped him.
He's like, not my boy, not my boy. Yeah, he got loose off the turn and then just smacked the
It's like
wall.
we gave him the broadcaster's curse.
No, yeah, yo, I swear
Sorry,
we
Slayer.
did.
I told you something stupid was gonna happen.
Yeah, he's back to 8.
Everyone we've talked about, besides SHR and Joker.
Oh,
The 8 and the 4
Oh,
make contact off of turn number 2.
yeah, that 4 almost sent him to heaven as he's gonna get in front of the 4
He looks like
now.
he's on ice skates on these long runs.
Oh no, he definitely is. I'm surprised he didn't tighten up the car and he didn't pit right there. He was going really slow.
I thought he was gonna pit right there.
Yeah,
The 41 and the 44, it's going to kind of start to come into them now as the 8 and the 4 kind of backed off now because of the incident that they had down the back.
Yep, and I mean, you gotta think about it now. Yeah, now since I think that 44 is going to pit, you also gotta remember when you coming off a pit road, you have to use the access road. So if anybody is good at, coming out of pit road, this is where you need it the most because I remember Gateway is another track that you need to use the access road in. For entering and Indy to enter and to get out. So as long as you're good at getting out of pit road.
Yeah. Talking about pit eggs, it's about a lap or 2 ago, the 9 came out of the pits just ahead of these guys. This is in the outside wall. Great commentators.
He is
They definitely should get the field a little bit, I think, tonight. It's kind of settled in. We're going to start seeing some pit stops, so if you won't mind, let's go through the field a little bit. We talked about Fire Slayer a bunch, and it's Vexy. Speed Racer in the 38. Looks like he's running by himself, so he's having quite the day. I'm just going to start going through it. So here's It's Vexy. I'm on Speed Racer. Cody the Bear, we talked about him. Always Joker, of course. LBR Gap U86. He was getting up through the field. He's near the top 10. He's drafting with his teammate right now. He did show a little bit of loose earlier. Captain Dead Dad looks like he's taking a pit. Dank Emotion. He's been found some trouble his way a couple of times tonight. He's somewhere in the middle of the pack. The Real Tiger Games, the 41 car. He is near the front, nearish the front. He could make a move. We'll see. Shake and Bake looks like he's already pit. So is Kluka. Carmen, he's going to pit here soon. We've talked about him. Eric's Moose has been near the back, unfortunately, the entire day. Fashion also been near the back all day. Looks like he's out of the race. Landemir in the 3 is right behind It's Vexy. If he's on the lead lap, he's dirt trackings in mid of the pack. Here's YB Beta, and we're back up front. King Mufasa, Fistbusters out of the race. Jackson, Tiger NASCAR. I think we pretty much got it. So Riley is what I'm on now.
One guy that you just mentioned, King Mufasa, he's he's by himself. He's closing up on the 2 and the 12. He's found kind of a place just to chill out and run laps. Maybe he'll find his way back up to the front before the end. He might need a caution right now.
Yeah, Tiger NASCAR's already pit. He's just ahead of the leaders.
Yep, and that 12 has pit, so he is gone. And here we go. I'm gonna circle right back up to that field, and like you said, I was trying to make sure I get the exact flip through as what you said, and yeah, you see that the pack is all spread out. Everybody's everywhere. We have 14 coming to 13 to go. For sure, coming to 13. Yeah, and these 3 cars right here plus Eric. Eric is about a second and a half behind, but these 3 cars right here, we seen these 3 the most out of everybody up in this front. I tried to scroll through and see everybody, but we seen these 3 up there that front, especially
Yeah.
Fistbuster, y'all picks, and they've been up there too, but sadly he lagged out.
Yeah, one thing I do have to point out, as
Joker
Joker went
entering
into
pit road.
pits, but with Jackson pitting, I know he wasn't in the top 3, but he was probably the first guy that was running at the front 2 pits that already kind of started to dragging Joker. They were dragging SHR cars, because you do sometimes have to respond, or some pit later and try to just do their own thing.
Right.
It looks like both SHR cars might be pitting here. I couldn't fully tell, but
only that 10 and the 14.
Both are pitting
And
here, and
everybody out.
Looks like everybody who hasn't pit is pitting, except is he staying out or
King
he already
also
pit?
is staying out, I think.
He already
He
pit.
may have already pit, but he might still be on the lead lap. No, he's definitely a lap down because he was at the tail end of the field.
Yeah.
For pits.
No, the 42 is in the lead. The 42 is in the lead.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So
you
I was
wasn't lying.
mistaken.
Now he's pitting.
I need to find them here.
Yeah, but also, I would like what Brink said, that 14 and that 10 just brung down about 6 to 7 cars we just seen right behind themselves, in all in that little tiny pack. So let's see what they can, cook up here, coming out of that.
So the 9 is ahead of him. We know that was in front of the leaders. There's Joker in turn 2. As these guys are also in turn 2 on pit lane. Joker's gonna get by.
I think
He's
YB
gonna get some
sped.
space.
Yeah, YB sped on pit road.
Oh, the 10 is still.
Oh my God.
What a break for the 10 team.
Wait, that 10 really sped on pit road?
Speed Racer just went by him.
Yeah,
what a tough break for YB Beta.
Joker is in the lead. Moose or King of
No,
Masa.
No, he's still in the lead. Kang is still in the lead. And I think when they come out of pits, I think he is.
Yeah.
I think Joker
is. The pits
yeah,
now.
Joker is. Joker, so now the top 3 right now, and they're all within, I think, a second or so in between each other is a CGR, SHR, CGR.
They're all within about a second or 2 of each other, but they're all not on each other's bumpers. They're kind of spread out. It's not all about draft. Now it's all about pace. Does Chibi have enough pace to run down Joker? Does Cody have enough pace to run down both of them? It already looks like he's kind of lost a little bit of time. Don't know if he just got loose or just can't keep up.
This man is pushing bricks. He ain't pushing bricks. He pushing Sonic, because that 14 car, he's hawking. I seen him about a second behind. That 14 car is sending that car in, and he's hanging on to that run.
I think he took tires and Joker didn't. I'm thinking
he is giving it his all for obvious reasons.
I don't know what that one car got in it, but it ain't pushing.
Chippy's all the way on the outside.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe he just was running the cleaner line for a few laps. Because the one did have one lap pressure tires.
Yeah,
that 14 could have potentially put in something.
No, I'm sorry. The 14 has 1 lap pressure tires.
Yeah. Also, the 14 looked like a really good pit entry. I don't know. I didn't get to see the one end of the pits. At least I don't think I did.
It was pretty good.
The one did hit. But the 14 is going to make a move on that one.
I didn't get to see him under the pits.
Here comes the battle for the lead as Chippy the Champ gets down low into turns 3 and 4. Slight contact, and Joker's going to stay off the wall. They're going to remain side by side down the front straightaway. Chippy the Champ has the advantage at the line. Into turn number 1, he's going to pull slightly ahead, and Joker's going to have to pull it behind and try and catch the draft.
Yup, and we're slowly, winding down to the, to the end. And Chippy right now, his car is pulling Sonic or something. I don't know what he ate. I don't know what he did to that car going into that pits, but he had to eat a Sonic boost, because I don't know what is that 14 doing, but he's pushing, and he is already already 4 tenths out in front of Joker. Not 4, but 3 tenths.
His car just looks better. It's obviously, but like he's able to enter higher, pick up the throttle faster, and just able to carry more speed. That's kind of what.
McQueen is fading!
Oh, the Joker, the one, he is getting loose, real loose. Look at Jimmy the Champ, gets lots of space now between them.
Yep, and that's
Don't,
yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, my fault, man, but we're coming to 4 to go, and I think Chippy got this one in the bag, bud. I'm sorry to tell you, but Lightning McQueen was fading in Joker, and you just got to see that lead run away from him once again. Pretty sad to see it, because YB also has lagged out, so that's another SHR. Well, that's one SHR car out. So there he
Dirt
goes.
Tracking's out, YB is out.
Yeah.
Fistbuster's out, Sharp is out.
Yup, that's that's terrible to see, but let's see how many laps it is. I think it's coming to 4. No, coming to 3 to go.
Yeah.
It's 3 to go right now.
By the way, before we kind of get ready to end the race, I just have to point out something. After having to drop back and coming back through the field, King Mufasa is making a pass for P6 now, as he almost wrecks the 2-run accident.
You
I
say
saw
that
on the rear end of my screen here.
You say that.
Is that the 44 now in 4th place? Is that Freedom? Is that Carmen in 4th place?
I think that is.
No, that is Jackson.
No, yeah.
Oh wait, no, that is.
Yeah, Jackson's in 5th.
Yeah.
There you go.
What a run out of the 44 team.
Yeah,
maybe he took something different, or maybe he just found his way there.
He was near he was nearest to the front before the green flag pit stop started. So unless he
41 is now getting ready to pass the 42 for 6th.
All right, y'all, and we're gonna head down as now it is coming to the last lap, or at the last lap. If I can scroll to the 14, thank you very much. At the last lap, this has been a good race,
y'all.
The 2
was lagged out here late.
Yep, and I mean, this has been a good race, coming out of turn 1 and 2. Chibi, you found a way how to beat Joker. You found a way how to have a sonic boost in your car. Coming into turn 3 and 4, you also found a way. Yup, and you also have found a way how to lock your way into the playoffs. If you say 1, 2, 3, go, the 14 has won here at Homestead.
Chibi the Champ, your victor here in the Dixie 200 HPL. The final time, NASCAR Heat 5 at Homestead. Always Joker's going to be 2nd, and his teammate, Cody the Bear, will be 3rd. And we're assuming the 44 was worth.
Yep. And, I mean, that was a good finish for the, Carman was in 4th. And Jackson.
Why don't you run down the line if you got it for us?
Yep, Chibi, Joker. It was Chibi, Joker, it was Chibi, Joker, Eric, Carman, Jackson, and then he scrolled all the way back, but let me go back again. Then was also TG8 Games, finishing behind Jackson in 6th, then Fire Slayer 7th, King Mufasa 8th, 9th Puga, and Dank had a little bit of a bad race. Crazy, also because he wrecked because he flew in the air, and then 10th place for him. That would end out the top 10.
All right, so if you want to get the guys in here, we'll talk to them real quick before we get on out of here.
Yep.
A very fun race, a good race here at Homestead. Go ahead, Small.
That last bit there was very interesting. They weren't drafting, but you could definitely see who was faster. It looked like Chibi just had a better car and was able to run away with the win.
Yeah, we'll have to find out if it was about, the pit strategies. Did somebody take 2 tires versus 4 tires or something like that? But we'll get these guys in here. We'll talk to them real quick.
Yeah, Joker did.
But off the bat, it was a really competitive race. It was a standard race. We had a couple of yellows. They're going to happen. It wasn't inundated like last night's race was with yellow flags. And it came down to who was going to handle their car over the longest run the best. And Chibi the Champ surely showed that he was able to do that. And it was unfortunate some guys lagged out like YB Beta. And, Sharp had some issues when he looked fast earlier in the race. But hey, we saw a lot of good competitive racing. And I know we saw a lot of the same guys in the top 5. But I think due to the race being at Homestead, there
Yep.
were guys who were being less aggressive, and maybe they paid for it because they got caught up in stuff towards the end of the race. But
Hmm.
um,
Um,
really could have been almost anybody winning this race.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and send invites to him because I see
Uh,
none of them
Yeah.
joining. Yeah.
yeah, it sucks for YB, especially because he still would have got a decent result, maybe a top 10, even with him lagging out. So, I mean, he lost a decent amount of positions, but also fist lagging out, that kind of sucked. But yeah,
Let me add. Cause Cody ain't it? Yes, XD. Okay. Yeah, I was confused on his
Excuse me.
yeah,
name in
the
there. Yeah, I got it.
14, 1, and yeah.
Cody and Chibi. Yeah, and let's see. Okay, invited all three. So yeah, I understand what y'all said there. And this track is it's a skill track, first skill track of the of the cup season. Is now we got Joker, the second place finisher in here, and let's see. Well, he's loading in right now, but there we go. We got Chibi, and also got to get Eric into here so we can start off. The post game, post race interviews.
Well, all right, we got Joker and Chippy in here, so we'll start with them. Joker, runner up tonight. You had a really fast car. You were in the top five almost the entire race. Just give us a little rundown of what you saw out there.
Yeah, it was kind of SHR versus Trackhouse for the majority of that race, and I think those are the two best teams tonight. There's nothing I could do. If I was pushing as hard as I was the first few laps, I wouldn't have made it on the tires. So I took the opportunity to win the race and didn't get it, but still a good point today overall.
Congrats, man. Uh, was there when it came down to the end for you? Was it pitch strategy? Was it something else on the track? Did you get a little loose? What happened for you there? Where you came out with the lead, and then Chippy was just able to pull up on you.
I was pushing the first few laps, and then once he got to me, I realized that my tires weren't going to make it because I took no tires. I believe that's what the top three did. I think that was the call to win the race, considering Sabexi did that in stage one.
Mm.
So just trying to let let Gibby lead, and but I think still overall maximized our efforts on the track.
Right.
Electric, small.
And yeah, I wanted to talk about the last situation or the last, I had to make sure my window wasn't open. Sorry, but yeah, Joker, I wanted to ask you, quick question here, from your buddy Electric. What was a different thing you could have played out there at the very end?
I don't know. Maybe just I feel like there's nothing differently I could do. I just thought Chibi would be close on tires, but apparently his tire
Wasn't
wasn't
blinking.
even wasn't even near popping. So, but all of this, I guess that was probably a track house setup on our end because we were all kind of close on tires. But really happy with the team to get I believe 3 top 5s in that. So.
Yeah. And Small, you want to ask him?
No.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Oh,
Cody the Bears also in here, got third place. We'll get through the podium before we get to our winner tonight. Cody, you stage one you were kind of not mentioned a lot, and then stage two here you came up through the field, and then once you got there, you really didn't leave the front of the field. How did that? How'd you do that?
Yeah, stage one, I got walled, well, because something happened with Fist, and then Joker ran into him, know where I could go, and then yeah. But stage two, I was able to figure my car out and just actually understand what my car was able to do. Um, yeah, I was just able to stay at the front. I'm glad I was because put me in a good position.
right. And I also wanted to ask you, Cody, how was stage three for you overall? We seen you finish third, but we did see you a bit in that race, but I want to ask you, like, personally, like, how was stage three for you?
It was a little stressful with just like racing around like guys I haven't raced around in a while, so just trying to figure out how they were racing, how fast they were, and they were pretty fast, faster than I actually expected them because it's been a while. But hey, people stay the same, some people change.
Right. Small.
You got anything for us, Small?
No.
All right,
Dang.
so congrats to our second and third place finishers tonight. You guys drove a heck of a race, but to our winner, should be the champ. First win on the year for you. Race number 2, the final Heat 5 season here for HPL. You guys worked really well together, SHR. You all three looked like you had a kind of a loose setup. We saw Jackson get loose, you a couple of times maybe, but towards the end of the race, you guys were still the fastest cars out there. Just tell us a little bit about your transition tonight.
Yeah, I would like to apologize to Joker. I did side slap him a few times. They were not intentional.
Nah, I got your number, Nate.
But
Bang.
oh, okay, we're finished. But yeah, I don't know. It just I don't know. We were able to stick together.
Were you guys was YB better the leader on purpose, or were you guys trying to maybe share the lead a little bit?
No, we just whoever was leading was leading.
All right. Yeah, with them, I think they left. All right. Okay. Yeah. So
No, Chippy's
Chippy.
here.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I seen Cody and I think Joker left. I don't know, but yeah,
Cody left.
let me go ahead and ask you, a question, Chippy. So with Sonic Boost in the right side of your tires, what did you exactly do in that stage straight? Because that car was pretty much moving the whole time.
Nothing. I just started trying.
That's crazy. Okay.
Were you on 2 tires, or was it no tires like Joker
Yeah.
said?
I took two. I don't know what Joker took.
Oh, okay.
He was
Oh,
apparently like almost out,
so that's
so I don't
why.
know if he took none or not.
And we did assume YB bet a sped on pit road,
Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay, there you
that
go.
makes sense.
but
So
we lost YB. We lost the 10 car because he spun or he sped getting into pit road.
And then one out.
and
So all
I
right.
Yeah, I think that would go ahead and end out the stream. Thank you to everybody that was watching and, ending out, this fantastic race of Chibi winning Homestead and great broadcasters such as me, myself, Brank, I'm sorry, me, Brank, Great Brank, and Great Small. Sorry very much. And I think that will go ahead and end out the stream. Make sure you tune in to other ones because we have CFB coming up later on tonight. And hope you have a nice day.